Alright, so what is going on, guys? BP Hero coming back at you, doing some more work with this tournament footage stuff. What we got here is my at-bats from the last bit of tournament footage that I posted. I know it's been a minute, been busy, whatever, you always hear that. Know you're tired of hearing it. Here we are, let's get into it. This was my very first experience as a DHH. For those that don't know what a DHH is a designated home run hitter. Basically, this is GSL, and basically it is U-trip pitching with the added luxury of a designated home run hitter. You can put them anywhere in the lineup you want, and that person can hit as many home runs as they want. Now, you would think to yourself, well, if that guy can just hit a home run whenever he wants and it doesn't count towards the team's total, why not just walk him? Well, that's the kicker. If the DHH draws a walk, then that gives the team a free home run until that batter comes back up in the lineup again. So in a few instances here where I draw a walk, we were out of home runs, and a teammate later down in the lineup was able to hit a home run and it count for us because I drew a walk. So it definitely changes things and kind of adds a different element to it. It's kind of fun. I won't say it was fun having the DHH put on me, but it just brings a different element to the game that like really makes you think. You know, it's not like you can walk around a certain guy. If you got a DHH that's doing their job and hitting a lot of home runs, it makes it hard to. You just got to serve it up to the guy. Otherwise, in a perfect world, he'll take a walk and somebody else on his team will use a free home run at that point. We didn't have an ideal DHH on this day. Our guy that we normally have be our DHH wasn't able to make it. And my coach basically just looked at me and said, "You're DHH, keep doing what you're doing." If you've seen my last bit of swing footage from tournaments when I go over my other at-bats, then you'll know I could just kind of been struggling to lift a ball a little bit in a game. I don't know why. I think I'm starting to pinpoint why. More on that in probably another video coming out this week. It was just kind of one of those like, just go hard. If it goes, it goes. You know, drive a gap, it goes out kind of thing. And for the most part, he also knew I wasn't going to get myself out trying to hit home runs. The one thing I hate doing is taking a swing to risk making it out, which is something I do need to get better at, is kind of trusting myself a little bit. But blah, blah, blah out of the way. Let's get these game swings going.
We got one!
So here we are with one down. Got a man on first here. So main focus here is clearly don't hit a ball on the ground. It's like the last thing I want to do is hit it to a double play. Now you'll see here I'm kind of jacking around. You can't see that ball hit the chalk. This umpire takes no crap. You know, you disrespect the game doing things like that. She'll get you every time, and it's the way it should be, really. I mean, it's kind of one of those deals where you play the game the right way, it'll treat you the right way, and she'll hold you accountable to that. Perfectly fine with that. So flew out to left field, and that one just trying to stay out of the double play. So on with the second at bat. A little bit of drive that gap mentality paid off for me there. Got a ball into the gap, able to score my man Nick there. Then moving into the third at bat. These guys clowning around behind me here. But I do believe that this was a walk. Gets a strike on me and then throws one, I believe it was short and hit the plate, if I remember correctly. Okay, it was over me. Now, I'm sure there's probably some people wondering, you know, how did you let that go? I'm a little back in the box. My back foot is probably about 6 inches behind the very back of the plate, so anything that's crossing me neck high, if I was up where where the strike zone would be, which where the front of the plate is, it'd be crossing me in my eyes. I had a few people kind of question that throughout the day, but if I was up on the plate like a traditional U-tip batter would be, they'd be cutting my head off, which there was another one right there. That's the one I was thinking of. Then next game here, the GoPro died, so I only got my first at bat of this game. this pitcher here was one busy guy. Every time I see this dude on the field, he's always out running around just getting with his head cut off. Line out to center field. What do you do? Moving into game 3, though, this one was a doozy. Looking at my notes down here. So this pitcher here, I know you probably can't see it from... Oh, crap. Probably can't see it. I'll start this over. I know you probably can't see it from this angle, but the wind is blowing basically from right to left. And he's left-handed, and he threw a huge hook. I mean, absolutely huge. I think it was in the other batter's box and ended up crossing. That's probably my least favorite pitch to hit is the one that does that. And he threw me another one right there. I was able to just fight it off and put a swing on it. That's kind of the nice thing about being the DHH. Even though I'm not a huge home run threat, is the fact that I can free swing and I have to worry about hitting a bad home run. Same thing here. Runners on first and second. He's throwing that great big hook again. I can't do anything with that but pull it no matter where it's at. My mind won't let me do anything else with it. And the only thing on my mind at that point was pulling it and not putting it on the ground. Ouch. I didn't think it was going to hit me. I'm always trying to stay out of the way of those just to kind of help the flow of the game a little bit. There's the foul out. Wasn't too upset with that at bat. Pitcher made a good pitch, and I just wasn't able to do anything with his pitch. He got the best of me. That's all there is to say about that. So there's the first deep one. Then that one she says is inside. Close. Which is another one of those things where he's throwing that ball that hooks. He's throwing that great big hook. And, it was just kind of breaking before it got to the plate, and the landing inside that one did. He was getting kind of frustrated with her at that point, and like I said, she wants you to respect the game, and she's going to make sure you do. So, she wasn't having any of that nonsense. He got me with another one of those benders. Swing on that right into the gap. Wish I could have got that ball in the air so I could score that guy from first, but take what you can get. You got that long one. Then this one here, I believe, checking the notes, yes. This was my only home run of the day as the DHH. Just kind of a high, let it fly. See, he wanted that one, but like I said, if I was up on the plate where I should have been, that would have been over my head. But I wasn't going to let the benefit of that one go. If he dumped that in right behind the plate, I was going to get rung up. It's high, let it fly. Put that one out of the way. Moving on to game 4. Got to pound it with my man Pat here. So Curtis is a good pitcher. Curtis Wooten, my man pitching here, buddy of mine. I mean, he's a good pitcher. He throws a lot of strikes. He's kind of one of those pitchers where I'm going to hit the first good pitch that I get. That's not an ideal pitch for me to hit because I preach, hitting the ball from, like mid-thigh to about your chest level. And that ball was kind of down here on me, kind of like mid-shin. But I knew it was a ball that I could drive and put a good swing on as long as I could get it up and get it over Tim's head here. And I did. I was able to do that. Just go down and get it and drive it. It's, not letting the DHH get your hit, just putting a good swing on the ball. Then this one here kind of burned me up. If there was probably any at bat I wish I could have had back out of the day, it was this one or one you're going to see coming up here in a little bit. I should have hit that pitch, even though it was deep. It was a good pitch to hit for me. Then I just absolutely missed. There's no other way to put it. I got a good pitch to hit and just screwed up. Third at bat, I will admit fault here. put a great swing on this ball, hit the hell out of it. Middleman's playing footsies with the center fielder out there. And that's kind of the downfall of... I'm just going to play this back again while I talk about it. It's kind of the downfall of being a bigger guy. Obviously, I'm not going to set any land speed records anytime soon. Hit a ball hard, it's just going to get to somebody that much harder, which means it's just that much less time for a slow guy to run something out. Combined with the fact that I was just completely aggravated that he fielded that ball. Clear out there, it's whatever. But my man Tim here, I had to put this in here. These are my swings, but this swing needs to be talked about. This dude has hit a ball hard every time I've seen him play. And this was more credit to that. Check out this Google Earth here. He threw it here. That's probably one of the furthest home runs I've had hit off of me in a long time, if not ever. I think it was an absolute bomb. But back to our last at bat of this game here. So I'm the winning run. It's the bottom of the 7th. I do believe, yes, there's one out. There's one out. I'm the winning run. DHH, all the yada yada. But again, not trying to change my approach. Just simply based on the fact that I don't want to make it out trying to hit a home run. And you could have heard a pin drop in this place. It was pretty tense.
Yeah. Oh, that damn plate. Oh shit, that plate ain't regulation, dude. I don't think so.
Dude, Pat's such a goofball. Got a strike in on me there. I felt was maybe a little flat, but it's U-trip, whatever.
Good job.
And that there, I knew I had to get it up and get a good swing on it. Lucky to turn it over, bounce it right out there in front of the fence. Score that runner from second. Put ourselves in a good position to win this game, and we did end up winning this game in a walk-off. I was able to score the winning run to get us a win in that one. Moving on to Game 5. I'm just going to pause this real quick and talk about it. I did a good job all day of not letting the DHH thing get to my head. It was hot. God, it was so hot. But it cooled off, I'd say at least 15 degrees. The sun went behind the clouds. As you can see, it's overcast here as the evening is starting. And I won't lie. I thought to myself, it's getting cool outside. This bat is feeling really good. Like, I literally had not put a single swing on this bat. I took it out of the box, put it in my bag. I mean, I knew what I was getting. I threw it on the tester, so I knew it was broken in and all that happy jazz, which is kind of another nice luxury of having a bat tester. But hitting a hard ball, hit with a hot bat in some cooler temps, I did let it get to my head here. Kind of showed my ass a little bit. Not so much in this at bat.
I can't catch it. You're determined this.
Dude, I tell you what, this team here was fun to play against. Lots and lots of older, crafty guys on this team. I think somebody was saying like the average age of their team was something like 35 or 36 years old, but man, they hit like you could not imagine. Fundamentally played the game very well. We ended up winning this tournament. They beat us in the championship game. We ended up coming back and getting them in the F game, which I was not able to play. But these guys got a good ball club. It was fun to play them. Hopefully we run into them again somewhere. So, second at bat here.
Strike, full count.
Get a strike there that I should have just demolished. I don't know what you do about that swing. I literally do not know. You just blast the ball on the screws. And he said it. You'll listen. You'll hear it. I mean, he just waved his glove at it.
That's 3.
Not gonna lie, didn't see it. I got aggravated. Didn't run as hard as I should have. Again, with the bigger guy hitting the ball hard, makes it harder to run out. But I got to do better at hustling for my team, setting the example a little bit, being a leader. And there's a few different instances here. The game earlier where I hit the ball in the middle man that was playing footsies with the center fielder. That was another one there where I could have ran a little harder and, possibly, even just rushed a throw and made somebody think about it and was able to get on. All right, so here's another case of just a big guy hitting the ball hard and not really a whole lot you can do about it. Ball one goes by, perfectly content with that. But this swing here, got every bit of it I needed to, just did not get it in the air. Thankfully, it was right at him and took that real short, quick hop on him. So he did bobble it, and I was able to be safe at first. So it did bail me out there. But this right here was probably one of the dumbest swings I've taken in a long time. I'm talking like a long time. This pitcher was throwing a lot of strikes. Yes, he walked me a few times on this day, but he was throwing a lot of strikes, a lot of 3-1 strikes on everybody, including myself. So I'm just going to let this roll while I talk about it. I thought to myself, again, like I was saying before the game, it's cool outside, swinging a hot bat, swinging a good ball. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to hit a ball out of here. 3-1 pitch.
Oh, no.
Rolled over on it, completely missed it, and thank the good Lord above, it took a bad hop on him at the last second and bailed me out, basically. Last at bat of the game. Bases yacked here. I believe, yes, it's 17-23, I believe the score was. I had a chance to put us within 2 here. And comes a strike, 3-1 strike, just like I said. And hit this ball off the very end of the bat. Had I got any more of the barrel, it would have went. And when he jumped, caught it, turned on the fence, and threw it back in. But not my best game. An okay tournament, though. I wasn't disappointed with an overall performance of the tournament, but definitely a couple opportunities for improvement there. Not swinging at 3-1 pitches because you think you want to be a hero. Hustling is something like my coach Brian is my BP partner. You guys are all pretty familiar with him now. He's also the coach of the team that I play on, and he does a really good job of keeping people motivated, kind of keeping people guided in the right direction. If he sees you might be slacking off or knows you can do better, he's going to let you know, and that's something that I really do appreciate and genuinely like that he does. After that ball that I hit to the middle center fielder, he kind of pulled me aside and said, "Hey, look, we got to have you hustling here." He's like, you're kind of a leader for this team, and others see you not doing that, and it's going to resonate a little bit. And he's 100% right. I'm glad he said something. And in that last game there, my frustrations were just starting to build up as the game went on. With the walk, I was okay with that. Hitting the ball hard and hitting into that double play really just kind of got to me. And then the E6 that could have been another double play was just like more frustration building up. Swinging at the 3-1 pitch. When I did that, I was pretty much just toast at that point. But you just got to learn. You got to do better. Sometimes you've got to screw up before you can be better, because you need to know what you need to adjust, what you need to fix to make yourself a better hitter. And I learned a lot from this day. Not necessarily saying that like, oh my gosh, put the DHH on me, because clearly I'm not hitting a ton of home runs out here right now. But it's something I wouldn't mind doing again if the team needed me to do it. But we're learning, we're moving on, we're doing better. Shout out to my guys for winning this tournament on this day. I had to leave and go to work after this game. They played the if game and run ruled this Starlight team. They were just toast by the end of the day. Beat a bunch of older guys anyway, and then the fact that they had to play a ton of games that day, they were just absolutely toast. But it was a lot of fun playing them. Looking forward to seeing them again, maybe at GSL State this weekend. We'll have to see. But that's all stuff that's coming later in the week. What we're focused on right now is this video and getting it done. So we're going to knock it out here, finishing it up. Thanks for stopping in and checking it out. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next video, guys.